Alright, hello everybody, it's Pluto here, and we got a brand new Wizard101 update that is currently on test round. So I thought we should go through the update notes. Um, I have to be honest, this isn't my first time reading these. I kind of skimmed over them a little bit earlier today, but this is my first time really going in depth, seeing what the update has to offer, and I think it'll just be fun. I do these types of videos every time there's an update, so let me just get my first initial thoughts, and then eventually I'm gonna make a video later on that basically goes more in depth on like what I think about particular problems I have, or what I think the update did good. There's also a couple of things in this update I just also want to make videos on. So yeah, I'm just going to get my general summary of the update and just try to give my thoughts as much as I can here. So the first major thing is the rank 4 weaving. Now I don't know what this is. The bandwidth exceeded. I don't know if this is a problem with the update notes page, or if this is a problem with my computer. I'm assuming it's a problem with the update notes page, which is kind of funny. But basically, this was the new magic weaving spells that you would be able to get from doing, the Selenopolis. You got the first couple of them doing Selenopolis. This is basically a new spell that you can get from Selenopolis. A bunch of creators were teasing these new spells throughout the week. The last couple of weeks, I saw a few creators made videos on these, and I saw a couple of them. So yeah, I still have problems with magic weaving. I think that's pretty obvious. I personally think magic weaving is pretty useless in PvE, and in PvP it's not really that good, but I guess it's kind of good that they're expanding on it a little bit. But like I said, this would be a hard feature to expand upon, just because of the sheer amount. You would need to add about like 49 new spells every update to be able to justify going into this, and they didn't even add 49 spells this time around. I believe it was a little bit less. I don't remember exactly how many, but it definitely was not 49 completely brand new magic weaving spells. It wasn't like that. We also have a new housing gauntlet. Now these come out every single spring. Last spring I believe it was the Forbidden Library. The one before that I believe was the Nightmare, I think, or it might have been something else, I'm not sure. But we have the Liches and Legends housing gauntlet. Now this is actually pretty interesting. This is like a I believe a Dungeons and Dragons inspired gauntlet, which is actually really cool. I'm definitely going to be playing through this. I definitely want to see how this goes, but I was just looking through some of the details here. 27 possible combinations. Like basically the encounters in this gauntlet changes based on your decisions, and it's really cool, like the whole concept behind this, and I'm actually really excited to get in game and actually try this out. This might end up being one of my favorite, if not my favorite, housing gauntlet ever. So I think this is a really good feature on its own here. Another thing that I see is there's 4 characters you can like choose to play as. So I don't even think you play as your playable character. I think you play as a like completely new character, which is really cool. I'm just super excited to get into this and see all of it. And it says like you can even like view your polymorphed character's deck. I'm just really excited. This just seems like a really cool gauntlet. I'm not gonna lie. This seems like an amazingly well designed gauntlet, and I'm just super excited to get into the game and play it. So major props on KI for this gauntlet here. This is just top notch stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. This was really cool. So then we have some new Spellements. So we have like Arc 3 Spellements. Which, to be honest, I don't think really too highly of them. I mean, just look what they did to Rasulka. This is such a downgrade, dude. Like, it goes from 1400 damage to 800, dude. That's such a bad downgrade. That's just horrible. I don't know why anyone would go bottom path on this one. Like, I guess for PvP, because you don't have the no PvP. Obviously, this is able to be used in PvP, but you should have multiple different things for PvE. I think you should have a bottom path strictly for PvP, and then have like a couple of other paths just a couple different options, but I don't see any reason why you would get Result or Spellements if you're unless you're doing PvP. I just don't really see it. And there's pretty much every new spell for Arc 3 Spellements are like this. It's just really bad, in my opinion. But I guess the whole Spellement and like boss rematches and stuff is done. So that's pretty good. They got all the Spellement stuff for every spell done. And then obviously you have the Arc 3 boss rematches. You have the Rat, the Grandfather Spider, and the Titan's Trident. I'm probably not really going to do these much. Honestly, some of these you didn't even really need to make rematches. Like, you could have just had Titan's Trident be the same pretty much. But yeah, they have these in there as well. So this was actually kind of interesting that I saw. We have some team up improvements, which I actually am quite a fan of. Having a little chat right here. The little start early button is really nice, being able to just click that and start whenever you want. I really like that, and being able to chat with people that are in your team up beforehand. This is actually really cool, a really nice addition. And also just being able to make it so your team up is a little more selective, so you can change the minimum level, so that way you can have, you can change the minimum level, so that way if you're going into like a higher level instance, you won't have, you know, people that are lower level teaming up to join. Or also, if you want to make it so that people that are high level can't join, so that way only people that, you know, need, for example, if you want to do Mount Olympus, that way only people that actually need the gear for Mount Olympus, so level 30s, will be able to join, so you don't just end up in a team up with someone that wants to do Gladiator instead. I think that's a really nice addition, and I think this was a really good quality of life change here. This is a funny change that I saw on Twitter, the whole donating pets thing. I originally looked at this and I was like, ooh, this is actually really cool. You're going to be able to like click on a pet in the pet pavilion and borrow it, and maybe you can like go and quest with it for a little while, and then when you log out, it'll just go right back to the pet pavilion. And that's how I thought this would work, and it would be like an alternative for making pets. So you can choose to make a pet so that you have it forever, or you can borrow someone else's pet that they put in the pet pavilion. And I thought that would be a really good addition, just to, you know, make it so you don't need to grind out the game as much. But no, this is a completely useless feature, and it's just there for cosmetics. This is really stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I get it, it's cute having your pets roam around in the pet pavilion, I guess, but I don't think they really put much thought into it, because look at how freaking big this name tag is. This drops to live realm. You know this place is going to be filled. So you got to get rid of the name tag, obviously. And also, this is just really stupid, because you're just going to have a bunch of pets in this one area. It's just really dumb. I don't really understand it. I think they just thought it would be like a cute feature to do here, and I think it would be cool if you could actually borrow the pets, but I don't know. It's just basically going to be a graveyard of failed pets here. I know I'm going to put all my failed pets from now on in the pet pavilion just to show them off. Because this is basically where pets go to die, is right here, which is kind of sad. But this is just, I don't know, really dumb feature, not necessary, and I don't really understand it. The whole new Bazaar UI is kind of good. They basically took the old model and what the Bazaar used to look like, kind of, just with the new UI, but the old like colors scheme and stuff. I don't think they've really fixed much with the Bazaar at all. I still cannot find like certain pieces of gear that I was able to find earlier, like amulets. I know are extremely rare in the Bazaar for some reason. Like from level 1 to 50, you cannot find any amulets in the Bazaar. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, they fixed the UI a little bit. I didn't really have any problems with that, but it does look better than it did before. So this one, I think, is for people that do like magic weaving, you know. I think it's just like your progress bar or whatever. So like there's some side stuff you have to do for magic weaving, and it basically just tracks your progress and how close you are to completing it. Pretty cool for people that like to do magic weaving. I personally couldn't care less about it, and I don't care about magic weaving at all. But yeah, so these are some pretty cool. We got some Beast Moon updates. This actually surprised me that the Myth Cyclops wasn't actually a thing. until now in Beast Moon. I thought that Myth Cyclops already existed, but apparently it didn't, which is kind of interesting. So you got Myth Cyclops, Ice Rat Thief. You know, these couple Beast forms come out every single update. It's not a big surprise. And then obviously we have some new Beast Moon rewards. It looks pretty cool. We got some new gear sets. Pretty cool. This is actually something I heard about. The Celestia nerf. They wanted to make basically the worlds a little bit easier, I guess, and they're trying to like find out where new players are struggling, and one of the areas that they're struggling in was Celestia, so they wanted to nerf that a little bit. This is pretty interesting. Just basically making the world easier. This is actually pretty funny. The Celestial set bonus gear is now auctionable, so you won't get a million of those in your inventory every single time you quest in Celestia. I actually kind of like that feature, but there's a bunch of other things that they've done. I actually do like the teleporters. That's actually pretty cool. Teleporters being added. I don't have a problem with them trying to improve the quality of life, but I do think just nerfing across the board shouldn't be done. They don't just make it so you can't, or don't just like lower mob health or lower what the mobs can do. Like, it should still be a little challenging, but not too challenging, obviously, and not annoying. It should never be annoying. And I think the teleporters help with lessening the annoyance that Celestia was before. So now there's some new wigs in the Magic Mirror shop. These are pretty cool. I think this was like a thing they were doing for Black History Month, I believe. Just adding some more variety in hairstyles, which was pretty cool. I actually like this feature a lot. I think this is pretty cool. Having more cosmetic items and cosmetic ability is really awesome. So I'm proud to see KI doing that. And then we have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. If a guild leader hasn't logged in for over a year, we'll make another player the guild leader. The player chosen as the guild leader is the player who has been in the guild the longest and who has logged in sometime in the last year. Okay, so just trying to help with inactivity stuff in guilds, and yeah, some just general small updates there. So overall, my thoughts are it's mostly good. I think that the gauntlet is really cool, and I think that the team up improvements are really cool as well. Other than that, some minor things are cool. I am happy for some of the things that they've added, but mostly I'm excited to play this new gauntlet and give my first reaction to it. I'm going to be doing this as soon as I can. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have much else to say about this update. It's certainly, I would say, better than the last one, but it's still not like the best update. I would give it maybe a 7 or a 6 or 7. I would give it a 6.5, I guess. Meet it in the middle there out of 10 total for this update. Some useless features like donating pets is completely useless, and in my opinion the matched weaving also completely garbage and useless. But I mean, if you are into that stuff and you like doing magic weaving, I guess it's cool for you. But then you have some really cool things, like I think this new gauntlet's really cool, and you have the new team up improvements as well, and you have just a couple of really good things along with a couple of useless things, which just make it about an average update, 6.5 out of 10. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you all in the next video. I will be in Test Realm for the next video, I promise, and that will be very soon when I upload that. So take care, everyone, and have a good day.